Okay, let's go. It's time for Be Picked. When you're ready to move from clicks to clients, learn to be picked.
Welcome to Be Picked, the podcast where we help professional service providers understand how to build their businesses and to really tackle the online world out there so they can build trust and credibility. I'm your host, Andrew Kolsky, and today we have a guest. His name is Amit Zandberg, and he is CEO of a website called Allpros, excuse me. So Amit, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Andrew. Great to be here.
Great. We're happy to have you. So why don't we start off with the obvious question, which is what is Allpros and how did you come to build it?
So, in nutshell, what Allpros does is a rating website for online course creators, coaches, and mentors in order to help people to get much more safer experience learning online and avoid all the fake gurus out there.
Okay. So tell us a little bit more about that. So obviously reviews is the focus, and we know that
Mhm.
a lot of people on the web pay attention to the reviews, whether they're buying something on Amazon or whether they're looking up a new restaurant or whatever it is, reviews become important. Um, so why is your focus on that? What are you doing differently than what someone might otherwise find on the internet?
So, two things, because from one angel that I'm the only one and the only space, except for new small ones that make sure to rate and to check this industry, which it's like a wild west out there. When you see on Instagram or Google or anything, you see all those fake promises about fake, make $100,000 in a year, make $5,000 in a night, find a job at Google once you take my course, all those promises. And I think we were the first one and also the largest one tackling this problem and just giving a transparent place for people to check before they buy. And also from the angle of course marketplace like Udemy or Coursera, what we do is we are focused more about the reviews and the experience that you're gonna get, except for how many buy and what you're gonna learn. Because I think you need to know what you're gonna learn, but it is way more important for you to know who bought it, how it helped him, and whether it will help you or not. And that is the problem people have when buying those such of course.
Okay, so you mentioned a couple different factors there that lead to the credibility of a course or a course creator, and these are people who are creating um, courses about different types of topics that they're selling online, and the people considering purchasing those courses generally have no idea or no way to know the quality of the course or if their money is being well spent, and they have to attract customers to those courses.
Mm-hmm.
And so normally without what you have built without Allpros, how does that happen? What do people do? How do they rate courses? How do they even know what to look at?
So we have a lot of process because it's like a huge industry, but let's focus on the biggest two, which one is going into the course marketplace or hearing about the course or just looking at YouTube and Google and finding the course in the topic they want, which is one type. The second type is through social media or content or even blogs and websites, which you follow the person, you trust him. He show you all his successful students and how successful he is. Let's go into the make money industry, which all the guru telling you how to make money, show you his Lambo and he show you how much money he have and all the stuffs around. He barely talk about the business itself, just all the around, and from that you trust him. And then once he offer you the product, which pay me $5,000 to learn how I got into this place, and a lot of people are buying it because of the trust that has been built throughout his content.
Okay. So the content creator himself is putting up information
Hmm.
um for the audience to be able to review, is it also is there also a place where people who were students or people who have already purchased the course and have interacted with the information, are they also weighing in on the ratings?
What do you say? I didn't understand.
So the people, if someone purchases a course from
Mm-hmm.
someone and they take the course, is there a place for them to come back and rate whether or not they thought the course was worth their money and worth their time?
Yeah, it depends on where you take the course from. If you take it from like a well-established platform, yes. But if you took it from, any online guru, you can tell him or you can try to rate him on Warp or something like that, but you don't have like any public space that not being controlled by the guru.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So for yourself, you started this business from scratch, I'm assuming, correct? Okay. So tell us a little bit about the story of the journey that you had to go through. You had an idea, you thought it was a valuable idea, obviously, or you wouldn't have pursued it. And then you had to start from scratch to build something out that got traction, that got people interested
Yeah.
in it, that got people to use it.
Hmm.
What was your story as to how you got there? What did you do specifically to build your own credibility so that people would use your product?
So I think let's start at the beginning, which I was in the place. I'm 22, so this is like the age when you're trying to figure out what you want to do in life. And I stumbled across all those type of courses in a lot of industry, and I'm also because I'm young and I'm also see on Instagram and TikTok, and I see all those gurus and mentors. And yeah, unfortunately, I bought some of them and were really disappointed. But from some of them, I was really, really excited and they really helped me. And I understood that there are good and bad mentors, and we just need to pay attention. And from that point, uh, along with my two other co-founders, the idea was coming into our mind, and we understand that people need this type of things. We had a vision of like the trust pilot for online mentors, and this was the beginning. Then we just developed the idea, and the trust has been built. I'm not saying that we are a big brand right now, but the trust that we managed to build along with the creator is mostly was about because we gave them really, really good product. They have something to do with and it really solve them problem. So, once you offer this way, they have no objection because they see how it can help them and improve. And also the students trust in us because we are nailing exactly the point they need.
Right, right. So in order for the students to trust your platform, they
Hmm.
have to know about your platform.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how do people even become aware of your platform? What type of outreach are you doing, and what type of work are you doing to get people to trust you so that they
Hmm.
trust your platform?
Yeah. So I think for all the people that are involved in trust, it's very hard to outreach because imagine when I'm outreach a student and telling him, yeah, you can check here who you can trust, and he asks himself who this guy is. So I don't think it's the way. But what I did, I have three major ways of getting those people to see me. Which one is social media and content across social media. The second is from the creator because what I'm trying to do, I'm not trying to, eliminate all the creator and have only the established one. I want to give the creator the opportunity to build their trust and to build their credibility. And by doing it, they are using tools of Allpros that of course track a lot of other students that see the rating or see the badge they're getting and things like that, which help me to get more students. And of course, SEO and AEO, which is the art of getting AI to recommend you. I think those are the three main traffic source.
Hmm. Okay. So I definitely want to kind of dive into each one of those a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because those are all important things. So let's start with the last one, the SEO and AEO.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people in my audience I'm sure they hear from their friends and colleagues all the time about you got to have good SEO. You got to have good SEO. And
Yeah.
as I read things that they post and conversations that they're involved in, I hear it incessantly. Um, so SEO, we'll talk about AEO in a minute, but SEO itself, what is that actually doing for you or for a person when they're building out something and they have, quote, good SEO? What is that doing for them?
hmm So I think you saying a lot of your clients, but one thing I see above the accountants and lawyers and things like that, that they are owning the most expensive keywords out there. I think you look for accident lawyer in Google in order to, to bid your place there. And you see that I think this is the most expensive ad you can buy on Google, which is like $2,000 for click, something crazy. And I'm saying it because there is the competition, because you need to bid something higher than the last place. And I don't know if it's the right place for them. But what I do know is because my product is very, very suited for SEO, because there is a lot of user generated content out there, which creator building this page. And there are a lot of content that automatically generated and really, really good content. So it just makes sense to go on SEO. And one more thing that I want to mention, that as I see it, first, we help in two sides, the creators and the students. And the SEO is also our way to serve the creators, because if we are driving traffic to them and help them get more traffic, so all they need to do now is just being reliable, and it's helping them too, because that is why it's so important in my product. But I don't know about them, about starter lawyer who just want to get it out. And yeah.
So, an important point there that I think you just said was that on one hand, we've got SEO, which is basically the terminology, researching the terminology that people or consumers use when they're searching for a particular thing on the web. And
Mm-hmm.
so if they're searching for accident lawyer, then you need to have accident lawyer as one of your terms if you're going to be found.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, so do 10,000 other people want to have that same word. So it becomes very, very competitive, and thus the price goes up for Google ads and things like that. But you also said that on your site, you have the SEO so that people can find you, but then they still have to decide whether or not they're going to purchase that particular course versus a different particular course. So there's something more that happens. There's the finding you part, which SEO helps with, but then there's something more that happens before they make the decision to actually purchase the course or hire the person.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's sort of one of the key tenets of what Be Picked is all about is, we say go from clicked to picked. People can click ads all day long. It doesn't mean they're going to pick you. It just means they're going to look at you. You then have to build your own credibility and make sure that they trust you in order for them to pick you. So so that's kind of what you've established in your program, but let's talk about now the AI search. How is AI search different from SEO, and what do you do with your own business to take advantage of those differences?
Mm-hmm. So I must say that my internet got disconnected for a minute.
Okay.
But
You want
I think I understood your question. You're saying what I'm doing different in AI search rather than the SEO search. Yeah. Also, this is one thing I want to mention, that I think, and I'm really hype about this opportunity, because I think it's a huge opportunity for everyone that is too late to get on the SEO race. This is the new opportunity of getting mentioned. And honestly, I'm not the one who's doing all the SEO. This is my co-founder Daniel, which is excellent. Excellent about it. And what we are doing in our strategies is a few things. And first, you need a solid SEO, which means all the technical SEO that Google read you and getting mentioned on Google, of course. The second thing is you want to get mentioned across a lot of other places. It's not like Google backlink, which other site just refer to you. It's more about getting your post out there in LinkedIn or Substack or Reddit or any place that has some kind of credibility in Google that you can get there. And that is the second step. And the third is also have a good product, have something people want to talk about it, have something that people want to spread and use. I think that is the core principle, that all the other thing just trying to manipulate it, but once you get the good product that people want to talk about and use in Reddit thread about it and write it down on LinkedIn, or just creator that want to show everyone, hey, look at me on All Pros. I think that's the biggest type of traffic source that we can generate from AO, SEO, and in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think one of the important lessons about that is that and I'm gonna use the example of the accident attorney again, just because it's an easy example. If in the, I'll call it the old days when people used to search on Google, if they typed in something with the word accident attorney, then Google is going to be going out there and looking at all the websites and all the information and looking for websites that have that keyword accident attorney in there in the right places and so on and so forth. And of course, it has to sort through and decide what it's going to bring up as the first page results and all these things. And it tells the person, the user, nothing about the actual attorney. It just says, here's a web page that somebody put a lot of effort into trying to get the right keywords the right way. They could be a horrible attorney. They could be the best attorney out there. No way
Yeah.
of knowing. Google doesn't tell you that. Nowadays, and this is where you're saying, if you're too late on the SEO train, you can move on to the AI train. And I think, in my personal opinion, if you're going to be successful on the internet, you have absolutely no choice but to move over to AI or include AI search, because people are not typing in the Google search bar as much anymore, whereas they're typing a question into the search bar. And that question is the thing that AI then goes out and looks for the answer to bring you. So now it's it's like a brand new frontier, and people are already, you know, taking advantage of that opportunity. And if you're a listener to the show and you're not taking advantage of that opportunity, you're already way behind, but you can start to catch up a little bit. So by creating content that is designed to answer the questions and to be available from an AI search, now people can figure out more about you. They understand how you think. They understand how you present. They understand your purpose.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot more information that helps to build trust for the person, which is exactly what you're talking about with your clients. Is people need to trust it if they're going to purchase the product, the course,
Yeah.
the coaching. Okay, so we talked about SEO and AEO. You also said that one of the things that you focused on a lot was social media. So tell us, when you say you focus on social media, what did you do on social media that you found to be effective, and what did you do that you found not to be worth your time?
So because we are like a wide product for a lot of people, which is, let's say, B2C, what we understood that we need two things on social media. We need one thing is to be there. Of course, it can be viral post, it can be just a very good page, an engaging page, and just be there and start collecting our audience. And the second thing is we understood that we need to suit our tools and all the things that we are giving for creators and all the service, we need to suit them into social media. It's mean we need to give them the opportunity to post us. And I think that is the thing that we did, which really, really helped us grow, because we don't have a lot of followers. We have something like 6,500 followers across social media on Instagram, but we built a lot of tools for creators that help them to publish us because it's also helping them. And again, it's coming back to we focused on the product and give the creator something they really needs. And the effect of it is that they started to post us and started to use us and our name. And it's just drove traffic to the website and traffic with creators and high quality students there.
So I want to understand that more. So when you're saying you gave them content that they could then post, are you talking about they reposted something that you had put up?
No, not exactly post. Let's I will give you example from Spotify, which doing the Spotify Wrapped every year. And what it causes is a lot of people are just want to show off how the Spotify Wrapped is, and it's a lot of new people seeing Spotify as the source for songs. And that is what we try to do. We're trying to give them badges or pages that just show them really well. If they are doing well, of course. If they are not doing well, they have no use. And also they are exposed to more students that were disappointed. But let's say they are doing well and they have good rating. And that is why important to choose the right mentors. And once they do it, they have a lot of benefit of posting content, which has the name all posts about it. For example, like their expert badge. We have a lot of badges that we give them in order to show their score, in order to show their title. And it is helping them because it helps them to build the credibility with the students. And it also helps us because they are publishing all posts.
I see. I see. Okay. So, yeah, really kind of in a way, sort of you were joint venturing with all of these other folks so that as they put their own content out, they're putting your content out
Hmm.
for you in a way.
Yeah.
Um, so, that's a great approach. Um, in addition to that, did you also put out your own social media?
Hmm. Yeah. We did it, and what we did on social media is actually interviews with creators and with top growing creators in order to show other people how good creators should look like, what he's talking about, and just give them lessons and business lessons and diet lessons and fitness lessons from our top creators in order to put them, we wanted to put them in front because the creators and the quality of the creators that are using all pros are the quality of all pros. And if we have good creators which are reliable, we're going to help people to choose between all the other good people. That's awesome. But if we're going to have the bad creator, which a lot of people are complaining about, which is good because we will have the option to alert the other people and they will be there with the low rating, but we will not help them to grow. And we want to have like a win-win situation where we help the creators and the good creator that provided result and verified result to grow. And for the bad ones, this is a lose-lose. You are losing your students and we help you losing more.
Right. I gotcha. I gotcha. So, but when you say that one of the things that you do is you interview the creators to be able to generate content to put out there, is that like this, like a long form podcast, or do you do very brief little shorts? What have you found to be most effective?
So what we're doing is we are we are filming a long form video, which we
Okay.
interview them, and from that we just producing content and a lot of short form because we understand that this is the best way to grow that nowadays.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I was doing some research just the other day, and data that I found was that if you go beyond about 28 seconds at the max on a social media video,
Yeah.
you're done. So, people are not interested in,
Hmm.
long-winded types of videos. They want quick to the point and they want to scroll on to the next one. So that's really
Yeah.
important to know. Okay. So now, let me see. The third thing that you had talked about that you did was the creator tools. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Hmm. So we understand that except for marketplace, which just putting the creator out there and giving the student the option to rate, we want to do something different. We don't want just a place to rate in. We want to help the creator to earn more out of their trust. And it's doing two things. It encourages them to build trust, and it also gives them a lot of benefit of it. And what we built is a tool for creator, which called Allpros for Creator, which help them to collect the reviews and just connecting them with their students. It's helped them to show them off with trust badges and a lot of widgets that they can implement in their landing page and things like that, where students gonna stumble on and just build more trust. And of course, we also helping them with their page, which give them a lot of place. This is not just the course name and the rating. We help them, and the page is full and rich with a lot of videos about them, which help them and give them the way to present themselves the right way.
So, so how does it work in terms of the reviews? How do you know um, that the reviews that are coming in are legitimate from people who actually took the courses
Mhm.
versus a creator who just sits there and tries to write a bunch of their own reviews of themselves?
Yeah. So I must say that if you really, really want to fake reviews, you probably can in any platform, even if it's Google or G2 or Trustpilot, you can fake reviews if you really need to. The problem is once you fake reviews, this will be reviews like awesome course, great mentor, teach me a lot. And what we wanted to do is make them to put more effort into it. And every mentor that want to, let's say you're a student that want to write reviews, first you need to connect with a Google or any email providers. And the other thing is you need to invest time in the review for two reasons. One is harder to fake, and the second is, let's say, Andrew, you want to learn Python, and you see a course saying, "Yeah, awesome course, I learned a lot." That is right. That is good. But let's say instead you see comments or reviews about the course. I met Andrew. He's the best teacher ever. I didn't know anything about Python, and right now, because of that course, I got my job at Google. Let's say you've seen this type of reviews, and this make you much more likely to buy, and it's also much more harder to fake. And that is the second. And the third is also we are doing like our testing, and once we see someone who faked it or something like that, we just can get him out of the platform.
Yeah, I know, like for example, with I think it's Amazon, for example, where people can go and review the product. They have uh, verified purchase, like the only way that a person can review them with that
Hmm.
badge is because they had to be tied to purchasing the product and all those things. And I know that's one of the ways that Amazon started to try to combat that. Um, and, like you said, if somebody wants to intentionally try to game the system, and they put enough
Yeah.
effort into it, there's always something they can do. Um, but there is a difference between different individuals speaking in their own voice. It's going to be very different than the same person just writing a bunch of
Hmm.
similar reviews.
Yeah.
So, okay. Um, all right. So let me ask this. Um, as a creator of a new business yourself and learning all the lessons that you've learned along the way as you've been building this and growing, what would you say was the most important lesson that you learned about how to build your own business's credibility and how to get your name out there? What was
Hmm.
the most important things that you did?
I'm going to have like the the most average comeback. What I'm gonna say is just get a mentor, because it's not have to do like pay for him $5,000 and he will guide you. Consult, see, teach, speak, or even just you can just watch what other people that's not 10 stage above you but 2 stage above you are doing. And I think that's what helped me the most, because these the things that just get you focused. And the other thing is get focused. Be on one goal or one objective maximum 2, and be 100% on it, and don't let down, and just go and be focused. Don't try to focus on many things at once.
Thank you for that. So we unfortunately have reached our time limit here. Amit, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to share with us the lessons you learned and how you actually get your own business out there, because that's what our show is all about, is how businesses start and get out there. Uh, So the website is allpros.io. Do I have it correctly? Okay. So if you're listening to the show and you want to check out Amit's website, that's where you would go, allpros.io.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so I'm gonna give you the last word. Any final thoughts before we close out the show?
No, I don't have something to add. I think we cover it all.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. And to the audience,
Mhm.
thank you for listening to Be Picked. We hope that you are getting good information and tips on how to build and grow your own business. We have an episode every week with experts in the field who are actually making it happen. So let's learn from each other and let's make our businesses grow. I'm your host, Andrew Kolsky. We'll see you on the next episode of Be Picked.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.